welcome guys back to the second tutorial of face mesh development. And in this episode I'm gonna tell you that how you're gonna be grabbing the source code of any page on the profiles directory, which I just showed you in the previous tutorial. So let's get started. Now, to have it working on your PC, you need to have Python 3 installed on your PC. It's very important. And we're gonna be using a module named urllib.request. And it's a standard library, so it's already present if you have Python 3 installed on your PC. So you will have it working if you just have Python 3 installed. So that's good. And of course you need a text editor, like I have Sublime. You can use Sublime or any text editor you want. I'll just use Sublime. So let's get started. So I'll just save my file and I'll save it as user.py. Cool. And now I need to use urllib.request because it's a library or a module that's going to help me to connect to the internet in my code, in my program. So I'll just import it. So let's just import urllib.request. Cool. So I'm having urllib.request in my code. Now, whenever you ask the server for something, it gives you a response. Whenever your browser even asks for something, it gives a response, and that response contains the source code. Now what happens is that the server gives the response which has the source code, and then that source code, which is in the form of HTML, is rendered and the web page is displayed in your browser. Now we're gonna get that response somehow, so I'll just call the variable response, which is gonna receive the response. And to get the response, I'm going to use a function named urlopen inside urllib.request. So let's just use it. urllib.request, request.urlopen. Cool. So now we need to specify the URL from which we want to get the response. So we'll just open a page in profiles directory. So let me just go inside the profiles directory quickly. Here I am in the profiles directory. I'll just open any page. Cool, let's just go inside 1 and then 2, and this is the page, so I could just copy the URL and now I could just paste it in here. So I have now opened the URL in my code. Now I have the response from it. Now I could read the response. Now to read the response, we have a function named read, simply read. So when we read the response, we're gonna get the source code. So I'll just make a variable page source to receive the source code, and we're gonna just read the response. So we'll just use the read function, and now we have read the response. Cool. So now if I print this, I'm gonna see the source code, but there's gonna be something fishy, and I'll just tell you about that. Cool. So let's just run this. I'll open command prompt. So there I am, and then I'll just run it. So it's in my desktop, so I'll just go inside desktop and run Python. What is the name? Oh, it's user, so user.py. Cool. So now it's gonna show me the code. Yeah, it's up there, but you can see that this is having no indentation, and it's just condensed form of code. And you can see even this B dash thing in here. Now what this tells us is that this code is in bytes form. You know, we use something known as encoding, which means the process of converting data into some other data. So another form of data. Cool. So what encoding does is that it converts a string into bytes format, and whenever data is stored in servers, it is stored in the form of bytes. So we usually specify the encoding that we use in the source code using meta charset. So you could see in here it is UTF-8. So the encoding used by this page is UTF-8, and all the pages in the profiles directory use this encoding. So we're gonna decode this and convert it back into string. So when we encode, we convert string to bytes, and now we're decoding, so we're converting bytes to string. So that is it. And for that, we even have a function in Python, so it's going to be easy, and the function is even named decode. So let's just use that and get the string format so that we could do some string handling. That is, we're gonna because we will be using string handling later in our project. So cool. So we're gonna get the string format of a page now. So I'll just make a variable as page underscore source underscore str, which tells us that this is the string format str, and then we'll just convert it. We'll convert page underscore source and we'll decode it. Cool. And by using the encoding, as we saw, UTF-8. Cool. So we have now decoded a page, and now if I print this page, you're gonna see that it's gonna be in the normal format and it's gonna have all the indentations and everything. So let's just run this. Cool. So if I just run this now, there you have it. You have all the indentations and everything. So it's cool. Now we have the normal string formatted page. That's cool. And so that is it. That is it for this tutorial. We have got the source code of a page on Instagram's profile directory, and that is what I needed to show you. So thanks for watching, and I forgot to mention in the previous video that please, yes, subscribe me, hit the thumbs up button, and thanks for watching. Goodbye. Peace.